my name is Jennifer Givens. I'm currently teaching pre-kindergarten in a Title I school in Cecil County, Maryland. I have previously taught kindergarten and first grade, and I spent 7 years in intervention. I would love to get back to intervention as a reading specialist. That position is where I feel the most effective and the most able to help and support the most children. How do I see my role within the school and leadership team and among staff? I feel the role of reading specialist in a school leadership team is essential for promoting literacy and supporting student achievement. I would be trained and specialized in literacy instruction and intervention. I would bring this expertise to the leadership team, working collaboratively with teachers and other stakeholders to develop and implement effective literacy programs. This skill set would allow me to have advanced knowledge and skill in teaching reading and writing to support struggling readers. I would be up to date in research-based instruction, practices, and interventions, and be able to help teachers and students make strides for higher achievement in reading. What historical changes have affected the role of a literacy or reading specialist? There are several historical literacy changes that have influenced the role of reading specialists over the years. One of the most recognizable is the shift to a balanced literacy approach. The pendulum is always swinging in the education world. It has shifted from phonics-based instruction to a whole language approach, and now is a mix in the science of reading. Now a balanced literacy approach emphasizes the combination of phonics, comprehension, fluency, vocabulary, and writing skills. Reading specialists now address all aspects of literacy development. Technology is another huge historical change that has happened in reading education. Reading specialists now incorporate technology tools, digital resources into instruction to enhance reading skills and improve engagement. How would you apply your theoretical and evidence-based foundational knowledge in your role as a literacy reading specialist to support educators in developing a literacy instruction? As a reading specialist, applying theoretical evidence-based foundation knowledge is needed for effectively supporting students' reading development. The best way to do this is to stay informed and up to date with the latest research and theories in the reading field, and design reading instruction based on strategies that will align with the theoretical knowledge. For example, use explicit and systematic phonics instruction to teach phonemic awareness and decoding skills. It would also be important to differentiate instruction and adapt instructional approaches to meet diverse needs of students and progress monitor students often. Using my role as a reading specialist, I will provide professional development for staff and help them stay on the top of the most current research and add support as needed to classroom teachers. How would you support the literacy vision in your school or district? I feel the best way to support the literacy vision in my school is to first familiarize myself with my school's literacy vision, goals, and objectives. It's important to collaborate with the administrators, teachers, parents, and community members to understand the school's literacy needs. Seeking input from stakeholders and involving them in decision-making steps, initiatives, and strategies. I would also assess current practices and evaluate the literacy programs in my district. I could identify areas of strengths and weaknesses by conducting a comprehensive needs assessment to gather data on student performance, teacher practices, and available resources. All of this information could help me develop a plan based on the assessment findings in alignment with the district's literacy vision. I would ensure that the plan addresses various aspects of literacy, such as phonics instruction, vocabulary development, reading comprehension, and writing skills. How would you collaborate with teachers to securely, equitably, and effectively utilize data to support students' learning and literacy programming in the school? When I was an interventionist, part of our schedule was to sit in on grade level team meetings and/or planning. It was helpful to get to talk to teachers about what they were doing in the classroom and what we were doing in intervention. We took this time to go over data for students and make adjustments in instruction when needed, making sure we are teaching each program with fidelity and doing what's best for each student. It was important to get the classroom teachers' input and for me as an interventionist to give them feedback from our groups. How would you as a reading specialist make ethical decisions that promote a common good for students, families, and colleagues that are consistent with the Christian worldview? I would make sure to follow ethical codes within my school and always put the students' best interest at heart. To do this, it's important to uphold professional standards and ethical guidelines. Keep confidential information and respect students' student and family privacy when working with them, and obtain consent when sharing sensitive information. I also feel it's important to prioritize students' well-being. I would consider their individual needs, strengths, and challenges when planning instruction and interventions. I would strive to create a safe, inclusive, and supportive learning environment that fosters their emotional and academic growth.